You know what? The world over today, once again, as it was thousands of years ago, are waking up to the principles and methodology of the education which is vibrating from India. The Indians' education principles and philosophy are creating such humanity. So what is it? There is a banyan tree in Calcutta, Kolkata. It is acres of land, only one tree. And the seed came out from which this tree grew is 20 times smaller than a mustard seed. Entire power was within that seed. That education which we are talking about, empowering our children, the power of education should be to bring out that wealth from tiny seed from within. That seed is within every child, within every human being, including adults like you, me, or the youth forces today. The Indian youth today, 60% of the youths are below 25 years of age. It's a tremendous force. India is waiting to surge ahead. But that tiny acorn of the banyan tree, even though it was tiny, it had every programming inside the seed. So is in you and me and in our children. So the education, not like the earlier days, you and I studied. Learning in the school was for earning money. Study, 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 get good marks. Why? So that you will get a good ranking, to get a good entrance in a good college, good university. Why? So that IIT, engineer, doctor, etc., you will get a good degree. Why? So that you will get a good job. Why? Good money. Why? Good life. And good wife and good husband and good children and one house in Switzerland and one in India. I am doing great. That education is no more. The beauty is, there we worked hard. The data came from outside, from textbooks or schools and colleges and teachers. Now, if we try to teach our children the way we had learned yesterday, then we are going to be robbing our children of their brilliant success tomorrow. Hey, their brilliant success has to defeat not data. Data bank today, Gemini Bard and Chat GPT can another few years time is going to defeat the human brain capacity. But what human beings have is that insight within them. It's not the data outside from a teacher or a parent, grandparent, social media, society, or books, or schools, or colleges. It's the information within. Come to think of it, if I give you a choice to have a sharp intellect or be dumb, which one would you choose? Obviously, you will say sharp intellect, isn't it? Supposing I give you a choice to be miserable or to be happy and blissful, which one would you choose? Obviously, you will choose happy and blissful. And if you're going to say, just to bug me, just say, I don't mind being miserable, then I will say, I'm going to bless you. And be careful, it might happen to you. So don't be absurd, but reflect upon it with what I have to share with you today. This being blissful, happy, joyful is within us. It's nothing to do with the outside world. And the world which is within me, blissful and happy, I can empower anyone outside beings as well as the world outside. And sharp intellect is like a sharp knife, which is what is the essence of Vedanta. Veda is knowledge. Anta, normal meaning of Sanskrit, is end of all knowledge. But here the Vedanta means the end of the old knowledges of the Upanishad, which means Veda is the knowledge and Anta is the sharp cutting edge of a knowledge, sharper than any sword or a knife. But you and I have to be careful, because this sharp cutting edge of the knowledge, of the mind, of the intellect, of the memory, and of the ego can smother it, you and me too, if we don't utilize it properly. So that education today has to build that power from within. By how? That banyan tree grew to acres of land, one tree. But from a tiny acorn, how? You will put the benefit to the soil. Soil certainly is important. But I told you, it's all powered in that tiny acorn, 20 times smaller than, 10 times smaller than a mustard seed. But it's also the soil. Soil has to be rich, airy, well scientifically watered, and it has to have the correct manure, correct loosened up and not tight like a rock. Then it would expand. What is the soil? Soil is dear teacher, parent, dear surrounding. There's a social conditioning is to empower that seed to express itself. So the good education, empowering education, powerful education is to empower from within. So the education should no longer be as it used to be, learning enormous bits of data. Any day ChatGPT, Gemini, Bard can defeat human being another few decades or a year from today. But what it cannot is the inner consciousness called human being. Have you ever heard of called tiger being, crocodile being, leopard being, or dinosaur being, or a grasshopper being? No. Why? Because they are not being. They are. They are also life. They also have consciousness. They also have memory. They also have intellect to a lesser extent. Yours and my brain and the cortex and the cerebral system has taken millions of years to evolve. That's the brain cortex system. But there is something else, and that is called being. Human being. Being is awareness. Do you and I have any doubt that we are not human beings? That we are not donkeys and monkeys? Much that we may have been called up in our school days, Gada, Bandar. How can it be? It's the ignorance of the teachers or the elders around by to be telling us to be repetitive, meaning write 10 pages every day. Remember the British Her Majesty's education from 1650 to 1833 onwards invented the whole of Indian education system and took away our ancient Vedanta Upanishadic method of education, and thereby you and I became down and down and down. We know our national flag, all of us do, Indian national flag. We know our national pillar, Ashok Stamba. How many of us remember what is written on it? And if you do, it is from Mundaka Upanishad, and it says, Satyameva Jayate, truth alone will make you win. 8 victorious kids, our children, 75 to 78%, they do not tell lies. Who are these kids? They're your kids. Who are these 25-28% do? The other day one grandfather was asking me, sir, why about the others? Why do they tell lies? It's just because they've come new. They would take a little time to get away from the social media, social system that they've come in to understand what? The power from within. That truth is nowhere else, is hiding within. It has to be cleaned up. Like a lamp. Supposing a lamp is burning, forget about the electricity light today, but it is casketed around in an iron casket or a deeply soothed glass cover. The lamp will hardly be seen. This is what has happened, is the power from within you and I are very unconscious of, and that consciousness is hardly expressing. Remember, just last week I shared with you that we have 3 powerful sections of our mind. One is memory. We have a fantastic memory, but we are utilizing it, remembering sad thing, bad thing, and memory utilizing it to bring what? depression. I heard the other day, one girl was saying, just 24, 25 years old, I can't sleep at night, and whenever I see somebody, I feel like crying. Why? I don't know why I'm depressed. Just remembering sad thing. And the second is powerful imagination. This imagination force has made the human being till today brilliant force, the powerful asset of this galaxy. This imagination is what Wright brothers used to fly the aircraft 1902, 2nd of December. Even their own father in a science exhibition did not believe in them when the Bishop Wright was asked that two of your sons have got in this exhibition stall promising they're going to fly. What's your opinion, sir? Bishop Wright laughed. And what he said is written in the London Museum. If we were meant to fly, we would have been given wings and feathers by God. Bishop Wright did not believe. But 18 days later, Wright brothers flew because they imagined they could do it. Look at Henry Ford, created the same thing. Nobody could believe a car could run on an engine. Everybody used to think some animal will going to come under the bonnet. Same way, look at the human history today, evolution. Tremendous evolution and the progress, and going to be more and more and more. Who's going to be behind all this? You and your children. They are the ones. So the education that human being is basically is from conceptual. It's from within, making connection with the understanding concept of everything is within. We are a powerful package. All the power is within, but it is beautifully locked up. Like, let me give you a simple metaphor. It is said, it is spoken in the holy books that one tiny bottle of 2 drum, that's a homeopathic small bottle, if you fill it up with river Ganga water, holy water, put it in a 20-liter jerry can or home Bisleri water, put it in that just little water will purify the whole 20 liter into a river Ganga. That's the power of the holy river water. Maybe from Jordan of Christianity, or from Mecca, or from Gurdwara, from anywhere you can think of. But that holy water has the power. It is said so. But think, supposing I put that little homeopathic bottle, holy water is inside, but I put a tight cork in it and put it into that water. Reflect, will the water change? No, because the holiness of the holy water is locked up within. So you and I have to discover that power from within. And that is true education. So education is the manifestation of that beauty from within, of the perfection, of the divinity within. And this is what you and I need to understand, that Isaac Newton saw one apple fall. Millions had seen an apple fall before him, but nobody reflected from within to ask, why did it fall? Why didn't it go up? This withinness inquiry with truth and purity, and my request to you, dear teachers, parents, and children, this purity has to be established in our every moment of life. Satyameva Jayate. Truth alone will make us win. And don't find fault with anyone, especially our own self. Don't think this is something. Whatever mistake we may have done in the past, start from today. Change it and be that galvanizing force from within. Empower everything. That holy water, that power, that magnetism is within us. The fire is within. Just lighten it. Just like the matchstick. It had the power, but it didn't know. You and I don't know. We are unconscious of the consciousness, of the beingness, of the awareness. Being aware of a human being is within us. Awaken, arise, and Uttishtata Jagrata, in the words of our famous Vivekananda. I'm praying for you Come, join me in the Instagram